This is how you do it. Almost. Wow. Chuck Russell. You are an unsung hero for me when it comes to shitty Bruce Willis movies. In fact, I'm going to say this right now. You are the best shitty Bruce Willis movie director that there ever has been, ever. And how do I know this? I've done almost 40 of these bloody things, and I've thought almost none of them were well directed. Except for this one. Chuck Russell, mate. I looked this dude up. I think most of you have seen something that Chuck Russell has made. He did The Dream Warriors, arguably the best Nightmare on Elm Street film there is. It's my favourite. He did the 1980s remake of The Blob, which people also may have seen. You ever heard of Jim Carrey's The Mask? That's him as well. And he also did the Schwarzenegger movie Eraser. So Chuck Russell's done some iconic movies, which people like, which makes me think, all right, this movie's at least going to be competently directed, right? Yeah, kind of. All right, so this movie is called Paradise City. Also, the budget's so low they couldn't afford the song, because I think the whole budget of this movie would have been less than the music rights for Paradise City. Even a cover. So Paradise City, yeah, it's a shitty Bruce Willis movie. It stars Bruce Willis, John Travolta, and Stephen Dorff. And I'm like, all right, okay. So right away, I'm thinking, we're not going to see much of Bruce or John. So Stephen Dorff's probably going to be like that second. I say this in other Bruce Willis movies, that he'll be the guy who's hardly in it, and then you'll get a second, like someone who's not quite a big name, but recognizable. Like, I know and like Stephen Dorff. You know, he's the guy that Blade says, like, some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill. He's that dude, right? Cecil B. Demented and shit. So I was like, all right, he's going to be the guy who's in most of this movie, because the other two are too expensive, right? No. Instead, this movie, the whole movie, is basically like Bruce Willis's son in the movie, played by a guy named Blake Jenner. No offense to you, Blake Jenner. You're okay in this. But I don't want to see you for 90 minutes. That much. Unless you're bouncing off Stephen Dorff, John Travolta, or Bruce Willis. And he does, but seldom. Most of the movie is him and this cop lady that he teams up with to solve stuff. Now, back to Chuck Russell. Because this motherfucker tried to do the impossible. He tried to make shitty Bruce Willis lemons and turn them into lemonade. Unfortunately for him, absolutely everybody else in this movie took that lemonade and either pissed or whizzed on it, or both. Because Chuck Russell does what all the other directors should have done. Oh, we don't have the budget to break glass? Then don't show it. Or if you do, show it for like a split second and move away. Oh, we don't have the budget for blood packs for some reason. How the fuck expensive is ketchup and a bag? I don't know. Anyway, so they show the guy getting shot, you see a bit of red, cuts away. Yeah, do that. Guess what? We also get some cool stunts. Guy takes a dive off a balcony into a swimming pool. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, this movie is competently made. Unfortunately, it's co-written with Chuck Russell, but it's also co-written by Corey frickin' Large and Edward fucking Drake, who suck. The script sucks. The story sucks. The story is Bruce Willis is a bounty hunter who tried to capture John Travolta, and he gets shot. Well, at least he got shot at the start, and I'm like, all right, yeah, he's dead. All right, good start. But you know you're going to see him again, so of course he lives. Spoilers, by the way. And he does. Now, this movie touts itself as being like the fucking reunion between John Travolta and Bruce Willis. Well, they haven't been in a movie together since Pulp Fiction, as far as I'm aware. And they share less than 4 minutes of screen time. Less than 4 minutes. in a 90-minute movie. But guess what? That's more screen time. They share more screen time together in this movie than Luke, Han, and Leia did in The Force Awakens. So, like, that's one thing this movie has over that movie. Because at least this movie kind of gives you what you want. Not for long enough, because they got a budget and those two motherfuckers are expensive. But hey. So yeah, he seemingly dies, and Stephen Dorff used to be his bounty hunter partner, and Blake Jenner is like trying to find out what happened to his dad and all this kind of stuff. At some point in the movie, it turns into, like, for at least 5 or 10 minutes, it turns into poor man's Hobson Shaw, because they're in a secluded area with, like, you know, someone's family and all this kind of stuff, and then, like, cars and bad guys come and they burn the place down and there's a fight and all this kind of shit. So yeah, the script sucks. The music's okay, actually. It looks beautiful, this movie, actually, because it's all filmed in Hawaii. If you can't make a movie look good in Hawaii, there's something wrong. I think this is all just an excuse for them all to have a fucking Hawaiian holiday, really. Hey, Chuck Russell, you want to direct this shitty Bruce Willis movie? No. Do you want to direct it in Hawaii? Okay. Can I bring my family? Sure. I don't know, that's how I believe this went. And I really hope that they get guys like Chuck Russell, someone, to make these in the future, because they're kind of bearable when he does it. Not too bearable, though. So I think Chuck's better at using the budget than others. There's one line in this that made me laugh. It's when John Travolta tells Bruce Willis, "I've got enough friends," which reminded me of Bruce's line in Die Hard 2. There's only 2 things I remember about Die Hard 2. There's that one guy going, "Yeah, I got 2 words for you, fucking you, and I've got enough friends," on the airplane fight. So yeah, that was funny. This movie is not good. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend any of these, really. But there's something about it that kind of elevates it over other Bruce Willis movies. It's like one man alone, tried to make one of these watchable and fun. He didn't succeed because everybody else is fucking asleep at the wheel. Or just like not interested, and just like, you know, Corey Large and Edward Drager's like, "Come on, man, we got to make another fucking 40 of these movies this year. Wrap it up, move. But they do try. Oh, Chuck Russell does try anyway. Chuck Russell, you were the man. Thank you. Thank you for trying to make one of these movies memorable, interesting, and well-directed. You can't direct people who aren't interested in being there, and this ain't no big budget movie where we can just go, "Oh, you're not interested in being here? Well, you've just been replaced." You can't do it. I mean, Corey Large is producing this thing anyway. I mean, he's the first person I'd fire, right after Edward Drake, because I reckon Chuck Russell could have used all of these. Like, he did such a good job of trying to hide as many of these movies' weaknesses as possible and accentuate their strengths. Did he fully succeed? No. But I respect that, and that's the reason I give this a 3. Those 3 points, all for Chuck Russell. No one else is getting any fucking points. I tell you what, as bad as this movie is, could be worse. It took me longer to watch the 2nd episode of Andor than it did this movie. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Andor is balls. But this one's not quite as balls. Watch this with friends or something. You might have a good time just picking it apart and stuff, but I don't know. There's something in here that's kind of interesting. They try. Chuck Russell does. Yeah, I just had to squeeze that Andor joke in there because that show sucks.